We want to do a logo design using CorelDraw software. And this is one of the logos I was contracted by a company to do, I think a few weeks ago. The company is called Amria, and it is an sustainable energy production farm. So I measured my art around the first letter of the company name, which was letter A. What I did was to, let me use this space. What I did was to modify, let me use a capital letter. What I did was to modify letter A to be artistic. Then again, I introduced some symbols which will show that you can define the company by what it does using by just looking at the logo. So just to start, first of all, we start with we may start with writing the company name so that at least it can remind you. It can remind you on the nature of your art. So the company is called Amria, and it deals with sustainable energy. So we can use this as our tagline. I'll give it a smaller font because it should not be as conspicuous as the company name. Then maybe give it a different color. Let me give it that. So we may now start with drawing our letter. I told you that I'm going to do an inverted V, which symbolizes an A. So we start by drawing joint lines, then we shape the inside the lines. As you know, just like any other design software, for the CorelDraw, the symbols for the exclusion or the command symbols are always on the right side of the worksheet, which is here. So this one is for picking an object. You can use it to move objects around. The symbol is just called the pick tool. This other symbol is for, it is a shape tool. You can use it to change the shape of vectors. Just like in this case, if you have a shape like this, and we are going to use it a lot, you can use this one to change the shapes. Yeah. Point line tool is used to draw lines, and you can easily still use it to join lines. So I'm going to stick to these tools. The two tools up here are the ones we are going to use mostly. Then this for typing inside the design work, which we've already done. Again, we are going to use this tool here, for coloring. So just in case you have an object and you want to color it, you have one option of coming to this other side, clicking to give you a color, or if maybe you had an object without a color, you can use this symbol, which is the color eyedropper, just to drag the color and drop inside the object you want to color. So let's start by drawing our logo. We are going to do a number of lines, then we co-join them. Just a little faster. So that's our first line. which is already joined, and you can see you can now color it. I can give it any color I want, any color. Then I'll draw an extrusion of it, an extension of it, which can also be given any color, but I'll not color them as at now. So from there, I can choose to design the lightning symbol. I think it's always something of the sort. Or you can still download it online. You can download a sketch online, then you edit. There's no crime in doing that. Because some of these online arts are meant to guide you. So that will be our symbol. And now I'll come and highlight the designs I made. I copy by pressing Control, then the C button for copying, again Control, then the V button for for pasting. And now you can see I've extrapolated the artwork also to surface on the other side. Now from here, I want to cut this section to make another art. This section where the two artworks are intersecting. So I can do that by editing this one or by tracing. By tracing a section of them. You can always test if it is a complete object by trying to color the inside section. So I also retrace this section. Then I come to these are the section, the lower bit. I will also trace it. And lastly, this section. So after doing the retracing, I can come and remove the transpolated sections, these ones. Yeah. Now we'll just align our retrace to ensure that it looks organized and well aligned to each other. I think that's okay. That's also okay. And there's this section also we need to edit. So we can decide to just do it that easy, and it should be aligning with each and every section that we are not extrapolating. Again, this one. This case, we can decide to retrace these other sections. and we delete this one. So there's a cut I'm trying to form at this edge, and we'll try and give it some shaping. So from here, we can try and color our art, starting by giving them, I think the outer section will be given that dull brown color. Then the inner section, I can give the lighter brown color. Again, you can always adjust the colors using the HTML color code, which is here. But again, you can see this section down here. You can still use it to adjust the colors to exactly the color you want. So I think this one was not well joined, so I may choose to retrace it afresh. So as you can see, our logo is gaining some shape. And we can just choose to make it that simple, then do some minor editings like closing these open parts. And maybe giving the star also its own extrapolation. So just try and I think we can maintain our logo that simple. And maybe now we may choose to make the wordings a little artistic as well. So I'll just choose to come and retrace it, the first letter. So I think that's all for retracing. We can choose to give this one that color, and yeah. So here's our logo, and as it is, assuming we want to still adjust the fonts because it might not be that clear, the font for the tagline, we can always do so. We can as well change the font because most taglines are written in lowercase. And again, center it. I can adjust the color to black. So guys, my logo is ready and it can now be submitted or delivered to the client. I can choose to save it as a PDF document, a JPEG document, or a PNG document. The commands are there. This command is to export a document into any format you want. So when you click there, in this case, it is going to give my command, my default command is always PNG, but you can do a scroll down button where you can have the PDF, Adobe Illustrator, CPT, we have the JPG, we have the AI, PFB, Windows bitmap, and any other function you'd wish to use. We have the likes of STL, SWF, which is Adobe Hash, PLT. Yeah, so after choosing, you can always press the export button to finish. In this case, I'll just leave it at that, and you embrace the beautiful logo you've designed. Again, thanks you for watching, and you can always subscribe to the channel for